Welcome to GOA365 English News Bulletin. I am Brian Sequera and these are the headlines. RBI managed to ensure financial, banking and economic stability in the country, says RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das, in spite of COVID pandemic being unprecedented new. Panjim police station attack case involving Jennifer Babosh, Taliban Congress candidate Tony, adjourned for February 28th as accused filed for exemption. Education Department says classes from 1st to 12th to restart from Monday 21st February. Now for the news in detail. Classes from 1st to 12th to start by Monday. The Education Department, in an order issued on Thursday, said normal schools have been closed for almost 2 years now.
The order states that all educational institutions, including private institutes, should reopen following all COVID-19 appropriate behaviors as per SOP guidelines. Yesterday, a member of the task force, Dr. Shekhar Salkar, has said that he was in favor of all schools reopening.
I strongly personally feel that the school should reopen immediately, and it includes even KG and primary schools also, because the amount almost 100% vaccination is done. COVID is totally on decline. The death rates are very much under control. New cases are under control. So there is a time has come that the children should see the school and meet their friends, their teachers, and start serious learning immediately, because it's too long a period to keep children away from this. I request the Chief Minister and the Health Secretary and maybe Chief Secretary to issue orders to the expert committee to hold immediately meeting, and then to confirm that I think they require a task force. So immediately decision can be taken.
Shamchari for GOA365 from Panjim.
Most state assemblies sit for barely 30 days a year, with Goa among the worst 5, says a recent newspaper report. In some, like Haryana and Punjab, the average is just about a fortnight. Now, will the next government pay attention to this in Goa?
Goa just went to the polls on February 14. This time Goa is likely to see a fractured mandate, with no party likely to get an absolute majority. Goa saw a record number of parties in the fray this time, with as many as 16 parties in the fray and 301 candidates vying for the 40 assembly constituencies. The results are in March 10th. The North Collector has withdrawn its order issued on February 6, 2022, restricting activities and events during the assembly elections under Section 144 of Criminal Procedure Code 1973, the Department of Information and Publicity informed. GOA365 Bureau.
India reported 30,757 fresh COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the active cases in the country to 3.3 lakhs. The daily positivity rate in India has been recorded at 2.61%, while the weekly positivity rate was recorded at 3.04%. Goa, meanwhile, reported 103 cases and 3 deaths in the last 24 hours, while positivity rate now stands at 5.72%.
The tally of COVID-19 cases across the country have been seeing a downward trend after infections driven by the Omicron variant peaked in mid-January, when over 3 lakh cases were being reported on a daily basis. 30,757 fresh cases in the last 24 hours, 3.3 lakh active cases in the country, daily national positivity rate at 2.61%, weekly national positivity rate at 3.04%. Under the ongoing COVID-19 vaccination drive, over 174 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far across the country. More than 11.73 crore unutilized COVID-19 vaccine doses are still available with states and union territories. 174 crore vaccine doses administered so far. While death tally in the country so far standing at 5.1 lakh, a new study on Wednesday again pegged India's COVID-19 mortality at 32 to 37 lakh by November 2021, providing yet another piece of evidence in support of huge undercounting of COVID deaths in the country. For comparison, by early November, India's official COVID toll was 4,59,000, which has now crossed the 5 lakh mark. India's COVID-19 mortality at 32 to 37 lakh by November 2021. For comparison, India's official COVID toll was 4,59,000, which has now crossed the 5 lakh mark. Goa, however, has been reporting around 200 cases daily, as cases in the state have been declining after peaking in January. Deaths, however, are still hovering around 5 to 6 on the daily, even as cases are now well under control. Bureau Report, GOA365.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic came with no guidebook for navigating through the economic fallout and financial upheaval that came with it. But the RBI managed to use innovative means to ensure financial, banking and economic stability in the country, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said today. Here's more.
There was no rule book or guideline to help us navigate. Even so, by remaining proactive and constantly trying to anticipate what would happen next, the RBI has by and large kept the economy afloat, Das said. Greater emphasis was placed on the digital mode of payment, with digital platforms receiving several boosts, as citizens were urged to shift away from cash payments on account of the highly transmissible virus.
Last several years, it has been our effort to support the economy as much as possible, especially during the pandemic times, which again was a very unique experience for all of us in the Reserve Bank of India, because this kind of a COVID pandemic does not happen every 10 years or every 15 years. It is once in 100 years. And the whole country was confronted with this challenge suddenly in March of 2020. And there are no set precedents, there are no guidebooks, there are no, rule books that if this is the problem, this is the solution. So RBI as an institution had to maintain the stability of the financial system, the stability of the banking system, and the stability of the economy. So we tried our best to constantly innovate and to work as proactively as possible, respond to emerging challenges, anticipate proactively what are the likely challenges and issues that may come forward 3 months or 6 months or 1 year down the road. And we have tried our best and put in our best efforts to provide a very fitting response of the RBI to the pandemic situation. And I think one gets a lot of satisfaction that touchwood, by and large, whatever steps we took, it worked. So I would like to also take this opportunity, and this was possible because of a teamwork in the Reserve Bank, not only in the central office, but I think in each and every regional office. So I would also like to congratulate and place on record my appreciations of the work done by each and every officer and staff member of RBI, because you were constantly interacting with the banks, you were constantly interacting with the public, whether it is a supply of currency or it is to ensure the smooth, the digital payments that we gave a big push during this entire period, and maintain normalcy in financial and economic activities. So all of you have worked very hard, and my appreciations to all of you. And let me conclude.
Das credited the RBI success to the teamwork between the central office and regional offices like Goa's. The RBI governor was in the state to lay the foundation stone for RBI's permanent headquarters in Panjim. While the Central Institute has been running operations in the state for the last 39 years, on account of not having a permanent location of its own, had been shifting offices as leases reached expiration dates.
This office, as was earlier pointed out by Sri Nambudri, started in 1983, but it has functioned from rented premises. All of you know about it. And I'm told over the last 39 years, it had to change location on 3 occasions because the lease was expiring and there were other issues. It could not be extended, or we wanted a better place, whatever. So the time had actually come to start our, to have our own building, have our own office in an important state like Goa. I think this will be convenient for all the stakeholders and users of RBI's functions and services, the state government, the banks, the general public who have any issues or any matter to be taken up with the Reserve Bank of India. We cannot and should not afford any delay, because any delay also means cost escalation, and RBI deals in public money. I mean, the money that RBI creates, it belongs to the public. Ultimately, it's the public money. It belongs to the public of this country. It belongs to every citizen of this country. So we have a responsibility towards that also. Maintaining the timelines and preventing cost escalation is very, very important from our point of view.
William Rodrigues for GOA365 from Panjim.
A branch of a tree fell on a person while travelling on a scooter at the Dramapur-Naveli highway. A local NGO has blamed a passive administration for such incidents.
Disaster management has overlooked the work which has to be completed before monsoon. In Goa, roadside trees, bent electricity poles, roadside trench, and the condition of gutters is the best evidence of this apathy. On the Navelim highway, there are bent branches of trees that can be seen uncut, which can fall at any time. Fortunately, Tamata Rodriguez's life was saved. Listen to what he has to say.
आता वयतालो हे सायडीन वयतालो तो वयर सुकलो हात मुजे पडलो सुकलो हात पडा पडा हांव पडलो सकलो तो सगळो मार लागलो पांयां बियां सगळो कितें तो झाड सायडी आनी सगळी कातोची लोकां सालो करता तेंच कितें सारको मुजे पडलो जाल्यार हांव मरता आसलोलो कितें व्हडलो हांदो सगळे सुकले आनी ते झाड कातोची
म्हणजे हे जी झाड रस्त्यार येयल्या तितली कापपा
जाय सेफ्टी न्हू लोकांची ऍक्सिडेंट जाताय जाताय
आता तुका मार लागलो ना
होय मार लागला पांयां लागला हेका लागला जोडला
किती दिसता हे इतलं तेप जावन कित्या रोडाक अशी झाड मारना दिसता तुगे
तो मारना कोण विचारतो ना न्हू तांकां कोण सांगतलोय ना कितें आतां कोण गायड करतो ना न्हू तांकां तो कशें मारतले ते पण आमी चोवपा जाय न्हू ती झाड सुकल्या की
आणि सामकी बँड जावन आसा
सामकी बँड जावन आहा ती सुकल्या ती केन्ना पडटा ती सांगूंक जायना.
These scenes can be seen all over the state, but some are involved in environmental movements. Earlier, Green Goa Foundation has raised the issue of these dangerous trees with the government. Listen to what Raisin Almeida has to say.
धर्मापूर जे पळय इन्सिडेंट जाला तेजेर कंटिन्यूस कंप्लेन घालिता कलेक्टराक घायली फॉरेस्टाक घायली सगळ्याक हेजेर जे पळय ऑथॉरिटी पळय आहाय त्यो एक्ट कोनाय आनी आज तो मनीस मरपा सारवा जालो तेजेर कोण आनी तेच तर आनी कितें जावन तो मेल्लो जाल्यार डिपार्टमेंट कितें जातालो डिपार्टमेंट रिस्पॉन्सिबल हेका बट डिपार्टमेंट मात सुद्दां एक्शन घेना लास्ट 5 वर्सां इतली कंप्लेन घायले बट एक सो कंप्लेनाचें एक्शन घेयला पण हेजेर कोर्टान डिपार्टमेंट कितले नेग्लिजंट तो आनी डिपार्टमेंटाक मात खूब पब्लिकाक पडले ना पण आपली पडला सिंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन आसता म्हणजे झाड बँड जालें वर झाड गेलें तें रोखडें कातरूं जाय पब्लीक इंट्रस्ट हे एकल्यान सुद्दां कातून ना आतां ह्या चालू आहा आनी लोकांचेर पड मोठो सकल पड मोठो तूं कातूं जाय पयलीं केन्नाय कातून नाय
म्हणजे हे हायवे वयल्यान
हय हायवेचे आख्खी नॅशनल हायवे आमी कंप्लेन कंटिन्यू घायले कंप्लेन कॉपी जावन जाल्यार सबमीट करले आनी आनी फ्रेश कंप्लेन आमी फाल्यां सकाळीं फायल कोताय
ओके फक्त हो इन्सिडेंट जालो म्हणून
हो इन्सिडेंट जालो परतून हायलायट कोताय आमकां एफिशियंट कलेक्टर जाय तो कलेक्टर ऑर्डर काटाय जाय ते हायकोर्ट ऑर्डर आहाय जे पण ग्रास रूट लेवलार जे पण कितें इम्प्लिमेंट करपा थिंग इम्प्लिमेंटूच जायना बट तितून कितें आहा चेंजींग कंप्लायन्स रिपोर्ट मागपा जाय कलेक्टरान कलेक्टर मागना फक्त ऑर्डर काडटा पब्लीश करता पेपरार हाडटा जालें बट ग्रास रूट लेवलार कांयच काम जायना लोक सांग सफर जातात चोय जाल्यार हे असो एक्सिडेंट एक आनी दोन जालें जाय तो लोक मेला
झाड पडोनूच
एक आनी दोन आनी आतां म्हाका एक सांग हॉस्पिटलांत गेलो म्हणटो ते सांगता सेल्फ एक्सिडेंट म्हणून हो सेल्फ एक्सिडेंट न्हू
मेन मेड
नेग्लिजन ऑन गव्हर्मेंट पार्ट
आणि मेन मेड
नेग्लिजन हे
म्हणजे हेजेर तुम फाल्यां परती
फाल्यां घाताय नाल्यार आमी हायकोर्टार रीट फायल करतले एगेन्स्ट द कन्सर्न
Ramesh Naik Raut for GOA365 from Naveli.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The District and Additional Sessions Court has adjourned Panjim Police Station attack case after Jennifer and Atanasio Babosh Ponsarat and Taligaon Congress candidate Tony Rodrigues filed for exemption that was granted. Court has now fixed the matter on 28th February.
The last hearing had taken place on 4th February. Panjim MLA Babush and his wife Jennifer, Taligaon Congress candidate Tony Rodriguez and former Panjim Mayor Uday Madkekar among the accused in the case. High Court in December had directed Special Court of the Central Bureau of Investigation to expedite trial and had dismissed the applications of 29 out of 37, including Rodriguez and Madkekar, who was seeking a discharge from the case. Madkekar and his counsel give details of today's hearing.
28 February date दिल्या. 28 February afternoon. थोड्यांनी एक्झामशन घेतला आणि थोडे 2-3 जाणां वॉरंट काढला.
व्हडलेशें जावना. आयज अपियरन्साक आशिल्ले आनी 2 जाण अक्यूज आशिल्ले पळय ते अजून सर्व जावना. सो पब्लीक प्रॉसिक्युटर हॅज टू टेक स्टेप्स इतलेच. आनी आतां नेक्स्ट हियरींग आसा 28 ऑफ फेब्रुवारी इन दी इवनिंग सेशन.
आता कोणाक वॉरंट बी काडलो?
वॉरंट एक कोणाक तरी काडला. सो आय थिंक आय एम नॉट नोटेड डावन बट वन एकट्याक कोणाक तरी वॉरंट काडलें जजाक. आनी 2 जाण तांकां सर्व जावना बिकॉज दे आर इन लंडन. सो तांचे सर्व जाले की मागीर एक्चुअली नेक्स्ट डेट ऑफ हियरींग फॉर अपियरन्स. एक्झाम्शन हांव अपियर जाता 18 लोकांक. तितूंतले 10 लोक हांगा अपियर आसा आनी 8 लोक तेंचे एक्झाम्शन.
Sandeep Kamulkar for GOA365 from Apsa.
Now for some sports news. Challenger Sports Club defeated Madel Yuvak Sangh by 7 wickets to win the league match of the Goa Cricket Association A Division North 2021-22 held at GCA Ground, Porvorim. Madel Yuvak Sangh scored 121 runs, but Challenger Sports Club overtook the score, scoring 123 runs for the loss of just 3 wickets.
Madel Yuvak Sangh won the toss and chose to bat first. In 13.5 overs, the team scored 53 runs and chased score of 100 in 23.1 overs. However, Challenger Sports Club chased 101 runs in mere 17.3 overs to defeat Madel Yuvak Sangh with 123 in 21.4 overs at the end of day. Siddesh Goekar from Challenger Sports Club was awarded Player of the Match and Best Bowler, while Dominic Braganza from the same team was awarded as Best Batsman. Bureau Report, GOA365.
Now for the weather. The weather is very likely to remain dry for the next 5 days starting 17th February according to IMD reports. Maximum and minimum temperatures are likely to hover around 33 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius respectively. Minimum temperatures are expected to fall by around 2 degrees Celsius after the next 3 days.
As the weather warms up, locals can hope for slightly cooler days as minimum temperatures are expected to drop by 2 degrees Celsius after another 3 days. Haze and light fog was observed at isolated places early today morning and is expected tomorrow as well. Skies will remain partly cloudy for the rest of today. No weather or fishermen warnings issued so far. Dry weather for the next 5 days. Maximum and minimum temperatures today 33 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius respectively. Minimum temperatures to drop by 2 degrees Celsius after 72 hours. Haze and light fog expected early tomorrow morning. No weather and fishermen warnings issued so far. Bureau Report, GOA365 with inputs from IMD.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates, log into our website www.goa365.tv. Follow us on Facebook, GOA365 TV, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, GOA365 TV, or download our app, which is available on both Android and iOS to watch all the latest news and updates on your mobile. Take care, stay safe, and keep watching GOA365.